Every spring, the same reporters who are supposed to function as watchdogs over the White House are wined and dined at the luxurious red carpet White House press correspondents' dinner, where they rub elbows and share some laughs with the very people they're supposed to be holding accountable for their actions. Every spring, except for the last 2 years, that is. It was canceled again this year because of the coronavirus. They're not even doing it virtually on Zoom because apparently even the mainstream media is sick of themselves. The name of the event implies that it would consist of reporters and media executives, but each year A-list Hollywood celebrities are among the most popular guests. Why would movie stars and sitcom actors be key fixtures at a dinner that's supposed to be for serious journalists covering the White House, you ask? Well, because it's all just show business. It's all fake. The event includes a professional comedian who cracks jokes about the current administration and the media's coverage of them, and involves a scripted stand-up routine of the current president who makes jokes about the press and himself, and those in attendance basically just laugh at the fact that most politicians are liars and fail to deliver on the promises that they make during their campaigns. It's all just one big joke to them. In 2004, just 1 year after the war in Iraq started, George W. Bush made some tasteless jokes about not finding the weapons of mass destruction that he and his administration had falsely claimed were there.
Those weapons of mass destruction got to be somewhere. Nope, no weapons over there. Maybe under here.
Yes, it's so funny starting a war based off of a hoax. At the 2010 dinner, Barack Obama joked about killing people with drones, which had become a controversial topic since the technology was now being used to kill people with remote control aircraft.
The Jonas brothers are here. They're out there somewhere. Sasha and Malia are huge fans. But boys don't get any ideas. I have 2 words for you. Predator drones. You will never see it coming. You think I'm joking?
While much of the audience laughed, others who were not part of the elite White House press corps didn't think it was funny. Salon.com, which is usually just a complete waste of cyberspace, denounced Obama, writing sarcastically, "It's funny because Predator drone strikes in Pakistan have literally killed hundreds of completely innocent civilians, and now the president is evincing a casual disregard for those lives he's responsible for ending by making a lighthearted joke." A column in the London Guardian denounced the White House press correspondents' dinner, stating that, quote, "Journalism's job is to speak truth to power, not refill its glass and laugh at its jokes." In 2013, New York Times Magazine's chief national correspondent Mark Leibovich said that journalists in Washington, D.C. have become a celebrity class. BuzzFeed, the clickbait bottom feeders of the internet, whose articles mostly consist of a few lines of text accompanied by animated GIFs, were granted press credentials and a table at the White House press correspondents' dinner, just to give you an idea of how low the standards are for who they consider to be journalists. The Huffington Post is also a member of the White House press corps, and they're at the event, and of course they're granted access to the White House daily briefings, and if old Joe actually answered questions from the press, they would have access to him. And it's odd that the very people that are supposed to function as the watchdogs to keep the administration accountable are literally whining and dining with them. The inside jokes and the overall atmosphere of the dinner just reeks of elitism and hypocrisy, and is just one more example of the collusion between the top mainstream media outlets and the people that they're supposed to hold accountable. The government is actually the most frequent source of news, so a cozy relationship between politicians and journalists further tarnishes the credibility of their reporting. One study showed that 46% of the stories from the Washington Post and the New York Times originated from the government. Another primary source of news is from what's dubbed journalism, which is when news outlets use press releases sent by government agencies or corporations as the basis for their stories and often report the information contained in them virtually verbatim. The term refers to journalists quickly churning out stories from the information they mostly take from press releases or newswires, often without even fact-checking or doing any original research. Part of the journalism problem comes from the constant pressure to continuously keep posting new content in our never-ending 24-hour news cycle. This leaves reporters little time to do original research or fact check because there's an urgency to be first to post a story in hopes that it goes viral and drives a bunch of traffic to their website. The tone of the White House press correspondents' dinner dramatically changed when Donald Trump became the president. As the first dinner of the Trump administration approached, Vanity Fair and the New Yorker announced that they were not going to be attending out of protest because of the way that President Trump was treating the media. Then sources within CNN and MSNBC revealed that those networks were considered boycotting the dinner as well, and then President Trump trumped the media and announced that he wasn't going to go, breaking the long-held tradition of presidents attending, and instead held a rally to celebrate his first 100 days in office. There were other changes regarding the White House press correspondents once Trump was in office, of course. After the very first press briefing of the Trump administration, the liberal media were complaining that the first outlets he called on to ask questions weren't CNN, the Washington Post, or any other liberal mainstream media outlet, but instead was the New York Post, and the second question went to the Christian Broadcasting Network, CBN. CNN's Jim Acosta even went on air and complained about the seating arrangement at one of the president's press conferences, since he was placed in one of the back rows, saying that it was the equivalent to being sent to Siberia. And I'm sure that you recall that Jim Acosta acted more like a protester during the press conferences, literally yelling at the president, interrupting him, causing Trump to point at him and declare,
"Go ahead. President-elect, since you are attacking our news organization, can you give us a chance?
Your organization
You are attacking our news organization. Can you give us a chance to ask a question, sir?
Go ahead.
Sir, can you state, Mr. President-elect,
go ahead.
can you state categorically,
She's asking a question. Don't
Mr.
be rude.
President-elect, can you give us a question?
Don't be
You're
rude.
attacking us. Can you give us a question?
Don't be rude.
Can you
No,
give
I'm not
us a
going to give you a
question?
question. I'm not going to give you a question.
Can you state categorically?
You are fake news.
Sir,
go ahead.
Can you state categorically that nobody... No.
You can get a fake news shirt from my online store at markdice.com, by the way, or click the link in the description below. And if you want to learn more about how the media really works, then order my book, The True Story of Fake News, in paperback from Amazon.com, or download the ebook from any of the major ebook stores. And of course, there's a link to the paperback listing on Amazon in the description below. So head on over there and check it out.